What's going on, guys? It's your boy Documentary Review here, back at it with another great documentary here today. So today we're going into Trophy Kids, a 2013 documentary directed by Christopher Bell that covers the span of 6 child athletes with their parents. At their best, these parents are determined, and at their worst, I'll let the video do the talking. While that video is not from the documentary, it gives you a sense of what we're dealing with here in this piece. We've all grown up as children with a healthy competitive drive that has been tested at least once. Gym class, little league, travel soccer, you name it. And we all know that kid's parent that took it too seriously, yelling at the volunteer refs or the coach who was just a dedicated father. So this documentary covers an area that we are all familiar with, or at least seem to be. The truth is, however, none of you have seen anything like the parents in this documentary. The documentary follows Ian, a high school basketball player, and his teammate Derek, along with Justice, a high school football prospect, Amari, a 10-year-old golfer, and 2 tennis phenom twins, and, of course, the parents follow. The twins are taught by their spiritual and religious mother, who believes it's God's will that they beat their opponents. Derek and Ian are tailed by their fathers, who attend every game and have hassled referees even in exhibition leagues. Multiple times, Derek's father becomes so heated that he is forced to leave the court, or actually in one case is banned by the school from attending the game. A funny moment happened in a circumstance. When Derek's father didn't attend one of his games, Derek actually had his best performance of the season. Wonder how the father's influence played into that. The fathers that are competing for most shock value, however, are definitely the fathers of Amari, the 8-year-old golfer, and Justice, the high school football player. First, Amari. Amari's father and her were filmed in preparation for and during a major golf tournament. The father's behavior during this tournament was completely unexpected. When the father is first introduced, he seems like a nice, easygoing fellow who just wants to do the best for his daughter, and he can't be faulted for that, right? But following them during the tournament sheds a completely new light on them. In a game of laser-sharp focus, Amari must have arrived off-kilter, as a few crucial mistakes were made on the early holes of her tournament. This drove the father crazy, to the point that he routinely swore, threw his hands in disgust, and yelled at his daughter in between holes. This led to a snowball effect, as Amari played with more and more pressure every hole, performed more poorly, and received even more tantrums from her father. You can go watch it for yourself. But for me, it was pretty weird to see a grown man throwing a tantrum on a golf course like the father is, and not being the golfer, instead being the disappointed at his 8-year-old daughter. Justice is just as heart-wrenching of a story. The documentary starts with his father, a former college football player, running drills with Justice in a park, innocently enough. However, after watching for a few minutes, you'll see how quickly this goes downhill. The father routinely goes on to berate Justice and tell him why he won't be successful, not just in football, but in life. A touching backstory is revealed with Justice's divorced parents throughout the documentary, and a scene where the cameras are in the car catch a family meltdown fight with Justice, his dad, and his mother is so raw, you feel like you need to step out of the car. One big word for this documentary is sad. Yes, I know it's generic and sorry for that. However, I just couldn't shake off the miserable feelings I had for all these kids when watching this documentary. For one, I feel sad that they could have a sport that they really love, and the parents' desire to make them a winner drove their love for the sport away. That is a perfect example of what happened to Justice. He must have enjoyed football if he took it to high school with him. However, his father, with his massive standards and rigorous training schedule for Justice, seems to have driven his son's love for football away. Now, the kid cries tears of joy whenever he gets to escape football. Another example of this is Amari. She must love golf to stick with it. However, when the camera crew followed her and her father around for the tournament, there was never any hint of happiness that she was playing golf. All I saw was frustration, grief, and desperation. I think this documentary is such a necessary watch because it takes something we're all familiar with, the childhood athletic event, and shows us extreme situations we didn't even know were possible. It makes you think, what is the backstory for that receiver catching the touchdown pass for the college? For the gymnast getting third place at US trials? Are they there because they love the sport they do? Or are they there because of a rigorous and relentless parent or guardian that forced them into a semi-professional training schedule complete with coaches and growth supplements, at an age where all their friends are attending dances or going to the movies and enjoying being a child with a normal life? Now, I do recognize that a vast majority of professional athletes and Olympians are doing what they love doing because of a supreme passion for their sport, and I totally understand that and love to hear it. However, this documentary makes you think about that one kid out there practicing for his college squad right now, not really in love with the sport, but stuck in this slippery pit because their parents invested so much into this child's career, and he can't back out and admit he hates what he's doing because that'll bring shame to the family and everything they worked or forced the kid into do. Now, after watching this documentary, you'll probably have an insane thirst to know what happened to these kids. Surely these guys with their massive training regimens panned out. Well, I did a bit of research. Ian, the basketball player, attracted a Division I offer from Idaho State, but transferred quickly and is playing junior college basketball now. Derek, his teammate, got a Division II basketball scholarship, but just got booted from his team. Justice is out of football completely. So, I think we all have to thank our parents and Little League coaches for not going nearly as hard on us and giving us an enjoyable athletic experience as youth. This documentary is a great watch and one that will convince you to forever keep yourself in check on the sidelines of your kids' games. This is just what I thought about Trophy Kids. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe to catch next week's documentary. Thanks so much for listening, guys, and I'll catch you in the next video. Peace.